Good afternoon, everyone. I apologize for not being able to make it to Sibiu, but I will give a presentation on responsible tourism using this means of technology. The topic today is responsible tourism and its consistency with cultural tourism. On an introduction, responsible tourism is about making better places for people to live and better places for people to visit. All forms of tourism can be responsible. The diversity of cultures, habitats and species, the wealth of cultural and natural heritage encompass the values of responsible tourism. Responsible tourism is about the legacy and the consequences of tourism for the environment, local people and local business. I have to stress though that responsible tourism is not another form of tourism, another form of niche tourism, and does not take place only in protected natural environments. According to the 2002 Cape Town Declaration, responsible tourism controls and minimizes the negative economic, environmental and social impacts. It generates greater economic benefits for local communities, enhancing the well-being of host communities. It involves local people in decisions that affect their lives and their heritage. Moreover, their work environment, and it contributes positively to the conservation of both the natural and cultural heritage. It provides a more enjoyable experience for tourists through more meaningful connections with local people. It engenders respect between tourists and hosts, building local pride and confidence. Responsible tourism lies in two piers. One is the demand side and the other is the supply side. Having a look on each one of them two. On the demand side, you have to train the tourist, train the visitor, by educating them and informing them about the effort as a host community you are making. How? By prompting them to be more responsible. On the supply side, responsible policies and practices amongst the tourism suppliers and furthermore can be implemented. How? By reducing energy and water consumption, using environmental friendly products and using local products and labor. Following the 2002 Cape Town Declaration, the EU has been working on the responsible tourism draft charter, which is in line with the Lisbon Treaty and the Europe 2020 strategy. The aim of this policy is to stimulate competitiveness in the tourism sector while being aware that long-term competitiveness is linked with sustainable way it is being developed. Taking the above into account, EU has produced a draft charter on responsible tourism and sustainable tourism in late 2012. According to this report, responsible tourism refers to the awareness, decisions and actions of all those involved in the planning, delivery and consumption of tourism so that it is sustainable over time. The EU Charter on responsible tourism introduces some lines of actions which we will be seeing at the following slide. It involves all stakeholders in the planning and management of tourism. It respects the rights of all citizens to safe and fulfilling holidays and travel. It ensures the competitiveness and viability of the tourism industry. It provides a wide range of well-supported and satisfying jobs. It mitigates mitigate and adapt to climate change, control and manage the use of natural, scarce or finite resources, celebrate and conserve natural and cultural heritage and diversity, ensure that tourism respects and benefits local communities, monitor the impacts of tourism and seek continuous improvement. Last but not least, promote awareness and commitment to responsible tourism. So culture and cultural and heritage tourism encompass the value of responsible tourism as they responsibly interact with the local communities, maintaining and encouraging local social diversity, which can be stressed by the role of the cultural capital of Europe among church partners. Preservation policies and practices for both built and natural heritage is a cornerstone in church project. At that point, I have to make a brief note that WTM also supports the responsible tourism each year during its exhibition. So, cultural tourism is by definition consistent with the responsible tourism framework. Talking about the traveler now, the responsible tourism traveler has some specific characteristics. Let's have a look at them. They tend to be experienced travelers, and although they may have gone to a beach resort or on a cruise holiday before, they are looking now for vacations that are different and stimulating. They are interactive, but participating in planning their travels, curious about other cultures and environments, wanting to connect with others, making friends, developing personal relationships while on holiday. They are respectful of other cultures, demonstrating a willingness to adapt appropriately and behavior when traveling. They seek to learn about local traditions, politics, religious beliefs, as well as the environment, natural history and wildlife. So to summarize all this I have just mentioned, in this diagram you can see that where the responsible traveler lies. He or she lies at the center of those three circles. So having said all that, responsible tourism at heritage sites can be maybe a vehicle to conduct a pilot study to applying the principles of responsible tourism. It's easier to adapt tourism policies linking heritage and tourism at renowned heritage sites. Barriers from tourists can be lowered as they understand the importance of responsibility at these sites, and the findings from these experiences can be implemented on other areas, even exchanging good practices. How can this be done? By firstly attracting domestic and regional markets, which can help the host communities and the destinations to adjust to their final product. They can collect data on the motivations, characteristics, visitor preferences, and ask questions like, why are people coming? What activities do they enjoy? Do the current products and services meet the needs and demands of the visitors? They are interactive travelers participating in planning their travels. They are curious about the cultures, the environment, and they want to connect with others. So they seek to challenge themselves, not only physically, but also emotionally and maybe even mentally while on holiday. So the local communities shall be involved and benefit from responsible tourism. How? By working closely with local communities, any size, in order to develop new products that provide complementary products for formal sector tourism enterprises. Developing partnerships and local joint ventures in which communities have a significant stake, a substantial role in management. Consider guaranteeing loans for promising projects in communities or with emerging entrepreneurs and providing marketing, training and managerial support. So foster the development of community-based tourism products by providing marketing and mentoring support. The local communities also can encourage visitors to spend more money in the local economy by visiting local bars, restaurants, participating in tours to local areas, bringing business to local communities. They can sell craft and local food products through the mainstream enterprise. They can encourage tour operators to be more innovative in their itineraries, local museums, arts and craft shops, local ethnic restaurants encouraging visitor spends. They can consider using local entrepreneurs, particularly emerging and historically disadvantaged entrepreneurs, maybe from some special groups, experienced consultants and non-governmental organizations in developing community initiatives. So, to conclude, responsible tourism is not another form of tourism. Its attributes and characteristics can be applied at almost any existing type of tourism. Responsible tourism travelers are experienced and interested in interacting with the local people, culture and business. Host communities should work closely with the visitors to finely tune their offered product. Charts promotes the actions suggested by the EU on responsible tourism. Cultural tourism is fully consistent with the responsible tourism concept. Thank you very much for your attention, and I hope that all the panel will possibly be able to answer any questions, and I am looking forward to seeing you at the next workshop, wherever that will be, maybe. Thank you very much.